Welcome back. Still Channel Sport this morning, and Toby Emmanuel, Assistant Sports Editor for the New Telegraph, joins us on the show now to discuss, the Kids Cup. Obviously, Toby, welcome. Thanks for coming.
Great to be here, and great to see Austin back. It's not easy to be a married man.
Oh, really? He's been back to the sport tonight.
I've not seen Austin the morning belts for a very long time. But he came back talking about the Chinese Kids Cup.
Quick one on that.
Very good competition. A fantastic foundation for youth development and a great investment by channels trying to help and also bridge the gap between the younger generation and the future generation. So it's a good one. And now that we are starting on a big note, it's always been interesting. Come to the stadium to watch these kids. You're always delighted to see because there's a future in this kid, and kudos to channels.
Okay, thank you for that. Now, let's talk about the CAF Confederation Cup now. Rivers United, they are at the group stage, and tomorrow will be the draws. I mean, we'll be taking a look at the ports and the different teams and all that. We have the big shots still there, Super Sport United, the likes of TP Mazembe, all of them, Zesco United, everyone in that. Rivers United, what should they be praying for, when the draw will be done tomorrow?
At this stage, you are ready for anybody. TP Mazembe with their historical success in the in CAF and also playing at the World Club Championship, and they are well funded because they have a billionaire as the owner, and also Club African has good African experience. They play in the CAF Champions League and even in the Confederations Cup. Many clubs there's, but the good thing about this year's edition, we have a shift from the normal dominance from the West African region. When you see clubs from West Africa, North Africa, and we're having Southern African clubs and also Eastern African. So it's just good for us to plan logistical. And the good thing is helping Rivers United, they have good planning, good management, and well funded. So they just need to put themselves together and make sure that they translate the success they are gaining outside the pitch to the pitch. Apart from the loss against El Merrick, which was a very fundamental error. Apart from which in the CAF Champions League 3-0 and not 4-0. Apart from that one, they've done well in this competition so far. So they've learned from that mistake, and that's why what they need to just do: win your home games with good goal scoring and get good results away.
And also have the right mentality.
That's exactly what they did against Ryan Sports.
Yeah, and they were able to do that. We'll talk to the media officer now, Sammy. Wejiniya. He will be telling us preparations from Rivers United, what they've been doing, knowing that the group phase is going to start very soon and the draw will be done on Wednesday. Good morning, Sammy. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me on your show.
Yeah, good to have you now. Rivers United, how prepared are the team? I mean, any opponents coming, will they be ready for them?
We're very prepared for the group stages of the CAF Confederation Cup. And don't forget that this Rivers United team, was built to participate in Africa's premier club competition, the CAF Champions League. It was unfortunate that we came unstuck in the first round of the CAF Champions League against Al Merrick of Sudan. But it's still the same team that played in the preliminary round and the first round of the CAF Champions League against AS Royal Bamako and Al Merrick respectively, who are still in the running in the CAF Confederation Cup. Little wonder why the coach of the opposition from Rwanda, Ryan Sport, talking about Masudi Juma. Little wonder he said after we outclassed his side over 2 legs that Rivers United is too strong, too powerful, and too experienced for his side. And that's because this team was actually built, was actually set up to participate in the CAF Champions League. And just to bring closure on this, we know Nigerians are not happy. We know we are the only Nigerian side still left in Inter-CAF club competition this year. We also understand that no Nigerian club has ever won the CAF Confederation Cup title, and that's the target for the football club this year.
Interesting. You mentioned that, Round Sports says Rivers United are too experienced for the CAF Confederation Cup.
Yes, that's what the coach of Ryan Sport, Masudi Juma, said afterwards. And the reason why he said this was because his boys failed to score against Rivers United over 2 legs. They failed to get a victory over us over 2 legs. Even in front of their home supporters in their stadium, the Amahoro Stadium in Kigali, about 3 days ago, they couldn't break down our rear guard. And when you look at the quality of personnel at Rivers United, I've always said this, that the composition of the team, the Rivers United team, is so strong. And I make bold to say that Rivers United have got the best set of individual players in the Nigeria Professional Football League today. You look from the goalkeeping department, I think we're the strongest. Sammy, Thomas, Sunday Rotimi, Abiodu Akonde. At the back, you talk about players like Maxine Ojobo, players like Festus Austin, players with bags of experience in the CAF Champions League in years gone by. Esosa Igbinoba is doing impressive things in midfield. G. Kemian, the man from the Ivory Coast. I could go on and on. And apart from that, we have a very, very strong technical department led by the man they love to call Nigeria's own Fabio Capello, Stanley Eguma, who was incidentally a part of the Enyimba technical squad that won the CAF Champions League in 2004. Okechukwu Emode was the head coach at the time. So there is a lot of experience in the Rivers United squad right now. We may be new in terms of nomenclature because Rivers United only came into existence just over a year ago, specifically on the 19th of February last year. But it's not just about the name. You look at the individuals who make up the unit, and it's not really a surprise that only one squad, one team is still on the continent today, and that football club is Rivers United Football Club of Port Harcourt.
Okay, now you mentioned all these qualities from the coaches, the players and everyone, but how come at the CAF Champions League that the team was built for, they just couldn't do Nigerians proud in that one? What really went down? Because from what you're saying is like Rivers United are too good to play in the Confederations Cup. So how come at the CAF Champions League that they were built for, I mean, the results were really appalling?
It's a good question. Let me state here that in all the games we played in the CAF Champions League, we did not concede a single goal at home. We did not lose any game away from home. We only lost one game away from home, and it turned out to be that decisive game against Al Merrikh of Sudan. It was well documented what we went through when we went to undermine Sudan.
And it was 4 goals to nothing?
Exactly. I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. We were attacked by fans of Al Merrikh on our way to the stadium. On the day of the match, there were 70,000 odd fans in that stadium. It was pretty much a cordon of hits.
They are professional players. You talk about experience, Sammy, and we talked about the fact that they're experienced, they understand these teams. Some of them have even been there, play in the continent before. So how come that professionalism didn't come to play, where you're having that kind of crowd?
It's a good point. It's a good point. But don't also forget that a week before we played against that Al Merrikh side, they came to Port Harcourt and we outclassed them by 3 goals to 0. So the question people should ask is, how come we were able to beat this side by 3 goals to 0 at home, and then we weren't able to do the business? And like I said, a lot of things actually conspired to ensure that we didn't get that good result. I mentioned that we were not allowed to have a video coverage of the game. The game was not being live anywhere. We went through a lot of things, but we said to ourselves, we're going to put that behind us. Nigerians will not accept any excuses whatsoever. And that's why we went to the CAF Confederation Cup. We proved our mettle, and our class Lions fought over 2 legs. We did not suffer defeat. We did not concede a goal against them. And we're saying to ourselves, now the big one starts. It's the group stage of the CAF Confederation Cup. This is the only Nigerian side still left running. We're not satisfied with just qualifying for the group stages. We want to do well from the group stages. It's a good thing that 2 sides will qualify from the group stages to the quarterfinals. We're even looking beyond that, trying to see if we can get to the semi-finals, go to the finals, and even go all the way. Like we said, no Nigerian club has ever won the CAF Confederation Cup.
Right.
And why can't we dare to dream? We have the players, the attitude is right, and hopefully we'll make Nigerians happy by the time this competition comes to a close.
Okay, hopefully when the draw is done tomorrow, whatever team you guys are facing away from home, you will be ready to face whatever situation that comes and get a good result out of that. Thank you so much, Sammy, for making our time to talk to us this morning.